Hello everybody, welcome to another day of Cosmoteer. Now do forgive me for the audio, I know I've already mentioned this in my Albion Online content, but I also want to emphasize it here as well, that I have an ear infection, so I'm not have my headphones on my actual head. My mic is on my desk, so you may hear clicking, you may hear more mouses. Please feel free to let me know, comments down below, wherever, if the audio is bad or anything like that. It will help me out a ton. Thank you all for being understanding. Now, what we have here is we have a brand new patch build. And as you all have seen, we now have chain guns update. And a whole bunch of other things were also added to here as well. It's the first time I haven't opened up Cosmoteer for a while. As you notice, I've been going through a lot of different things. But what I do want to look at here, and excuse me for coughing because I'm also the ear infection and still kind of sick. But what we have here is we have a whole bunch of new ships. So the first ships, and I'm just looking at the patch notes right here. There's Monolith, there's Combat. We're just going to go through the patch build first. There's a whole bunch of ships that we do have in our community that have been built, because again, I haven't streamed for a long time. But we're going to look for Drudishkul. There's a brand new ship that came out in this brand new patch. So we'll come over here, we'll do Battle Helper, we'll load in this ship. Let's face it versus each other. It's the only real test to actually see how it goes. Brand new ship, just came out, and you can see right here, it has chain guns. This is in the game. This is a part of the game now with the brand new patch build. And you can see right here, it literally pulls up these chain guns, and these chain guns do some massive amount of damage. It's actually really cool. I'm actually now kind of interested in how these new chain gun ships actually face versus something that's also through the yo, did Cosmoteer get an update? Yes, Cosmoteer did get an update, and we are showcasing that brand new patch build right now, right here. So this is a 300,000. We're showcasing the brand new ships that literally have come in. I don't even know what to face versus it right this second, but I'm gonna face it versus this right here. All right. Brand new patch build. I think this is a decent test. This is one of my ships before with lasers and everything, and this ship right here, this is in-game ship, so you can face this in the game. And you can see right here, look at it right here, it's doing devastating damage to my ship with those chain guns. And you can see how the shield layering, see how they're stacked. That's really, really cool. Now, chain guns have a long reload time. You can see right here, once they reload, they can really do some pretty heavy damage. Look at it just rip that ship apart. So, brand new ship. That's pretty nice. This is one of the first of 3 monolith ships. So let's go ahead and let's test the next one. The next new ship that just came out, and thank you, Pastor Domistis, for mentioning that yes, brand new patch came out. This is what's in the game. Now, I'm sure another combat ship that's probably came out here, let's look for it right here on the list, is the Negotiator. Look at this one, 1.6 million. I'm sure these new ships that have come out also have those chain guns on them. You see the chain guns right there? Again, it's part of the game. It's in the game already. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. I haven't even played with chain guns much myself, but on our community, they have played with chain guns, so this is in the game already too as well. Its burst damage is huge. Again, I don't know why the left side always does a little bit better than the right hand side. It's probably the way the AI thinks and how they move and whatnot. It usually stands a little bit better chance on the left to the right, so just be aware of that when you flop them over. This is a neat ship. Pretty neat ship. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty neat ship. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next one. I don't even know what to say about that. We're just showcasing the new ships that came out. So the next one that also came out in Monolith as well, which is a brand new ship, is the Sentry. So let's look at the Sentry. This one's a lower cost ship. This Sentry ship. What is this? What does it have? Oh, it has chain guns on the side. Look at this. The chain guns come out. I see it has a slow start time. It's kind of like a minigun. And once it starts going, and then it does its full burst. So that's an interesting ship. Little tiny ship. And then you can see right here, here's the paint design. So it does look actually pretty pretty on the outside, I actually agree. I don't think they're going to face each other and do much damage because there's just so many shields. This is very interesting design to have one little tiny reactor for this many shields. I actually like this shield placement. Okay, and then they have these little generators here. So that's how they do it. They do one power core with two generators. I love this idea actually. This idea right here, the shield placement and how it works, is a great idea. To keep costs down and to keep something still very pretty effective. It's still pretty neat. See how long it's lasted versus each other with still just only a small one. That's pretty impressive. Alright, let's move on to another ship. I like that Sentry idea. Let's move on to another one. Okay, so they have 6 new Imperium ships. 6 of them. We're gonna try to go through them quicker because I know there's a lot. There's supposed to be a Cooper Hawk. Okay, and then we'll just compare it against... we'll just compare it versus each other. Cooper Hawk. A ramming cannon ship. I don't think I would want to face a ramming cannon ship like that. Look at this. What was this cost again? 200 something thousand? Forgive me for coughing. Even if I were to take something even close to that same cost. Yeah, we'll take this battleship. I guarantee this ramming ship, look at that, 217,000, 44 crew. But watch what this ramming ship can do. Or even if it's not a ramming ship, it gets close enough to really do some devastating damage. At lower levels, if you run into something like that, that's devastating. That's a devastating Imperium ship. Alright, let's move on to another Imperium ship. Let's see, they have the Hummingbird. I can't type today, can I? Oh, it's because I'm not in the right one. Hummingbird! Alright, here's a tiny little ship. Hummingbird races versus each other. Let's give it a good fair shake. I've seen many designs kind of like this. That's nothing really new. Or at least from our community. Our community has built ships like this, so that's kind of cool. I like how the booster stacks behind this one, behind the laser and the disruptor. And for a ship, it has a lot of maneuver. Actually, this is even better because it has a big booster here. So if you were to face AI versus multiple of these, that's actually pretty good. I like it. Alright, I've seen ships like that. Let's move on to the next one that they have. Rain Crow. This is a brand new ship as well. It came out in this patch build. Another devastating cannon. But this one's not a ramming one. See how they're not ramming? I don't know which one I would want to face more. A ramming ship or one that stays behind. Both of these look like pretty heavy cannon ships that can do a lot. So that's a neat one. Oops. That's not what I want to do. Let's go to the next one. Razor Bill. Razor Bill. Oh, this one's the new chain gun one. Look at this back design. That's pretty. We're going to be showcasing some paint as well on ours from our community. So this is the new chain guns with the shields. I like how this layer stacking of shields. Look at that, stack, 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 stack. Honestly, close-up has some good, and I like this middle right here. See how the boosters are actually placed? But really, this wing design on the back, it's just design, but it actually adds a whole other layer to it for someone trying to flank behind you. So we're just, I like Imperium paint designs and everything else, so it's pretty, this is pretty neat. That's a pretty good one. Alright, let's move on to another ship. Sharp, what was that? Sharp Shind? Sharp Shind? Another cannon ship. A ramming-ish cannon ship, maybe? No, because there's no back thrusters. But it does get up and close and personal. That's a nasty ship. What does this cost on this thing? 200,000? I don't even think I have another ship that could face a 200,000 ship with what's on that ship, because the cannons are still dispersed out. Salute. Unexcited? Look at this. Ramming ship. Maybe it's not a ramming ship, but still. Look at the cannons on this thing. You run into something like this in-game, you got these big cannons and then you got these smaller cannons. That's a devastating amount of damage, especially with the armor and everything. And it also, look, it even has boosters, heavy boosters on the back. So it really can boost and go really fast. Nasty ship. Alright. And the last ship there for the Imperium that's brand new is this. Oh, I gotta go find it. Imperium Combat. The Skein. I don't know, is that a German word or what kind of word is that? Skein. I don't know, I'm pronouncing it wrong probably. Whoa, cannons and deck cannons with a flak in the middle. Honestly, that just seems like a weak point with that right there. But then they have this armor back here, forcing it to attack from different sides. Again, this is not a ship I would want to run into. Look, they even have disruptors on the end to take out shields. The placement of disruptors right there. That's an idea I haven't actually thought of, was just putting disruptors and having just literally one of these to supply the disruptors for combat. That's an interesting design right there. I like this design choice. Let's take a look at how the actual power gets to there. Not a German word in my opinion. I have no idea. Okay, so to get power there, they have to run there to get there. But by itself right here, there's no explosion because it's just a power capacitor with a disruptor. I like the placement of this and how it's supplied by just a power capacitor. This idea is cool. Cuts down on it, and you're only going to do it for combat anyways, right? So, cool idea. Cool concept to take away from that. My personal opinion. Alright, let's remove all the Imperiums. Let's move on to the next 4 ships that were brought in from this new patch build, which is Fringe. Fringe has 4 of them. Clumberig? I can't pronounce that word. It's a little tiny new ship. Okay, I bet there's a chain gun on it. No chain gun, alright. It's a stacking layer design. I like the shield stacking though. And then with the double cannons. This stacking of all of this is actually pretty neat. Couple rig, I would guess. Couple rig. I mean, that sounds more correct. I think you're more on target there, unexcited than I am. For its cost, it's a pretty interesting neat design. afford. How much does this thing cost? Under 100,000? No, 111,000. I don't know. I like small ships, so. What do I have that could even compete against 100,000? I don't even have anything. I have this one, this base design, but I guarantee this friendship. Pretty sure this friendship stands a better chance. It's got far more firepower. It's got cannons. It's got structures. It's got little lasers. Yeah, look at this. I'm pretty sure this one's gonna win. This one should win. Well, I guess power supply is a lot less compared to mine. But still, it should still win with the amount of firepower that's on it. Are the cannons protected behind a shield? Hold on, I gotta double check this. One of the cannons is kind of protected behind a shield, but they're aiming toward this first laser and the AI. So the AI doesn't shoot toward these cannons. Even if you try to shoot this other cannon, but this is the weak point right here. You shoot this cannon and get the ammo, and boom, that loses the whole section. Anyways, combo rig, kind of neat. Not monolith. We're going to fringe. We have 3 other ships in fringe. Right, but fringe combat. We have Ectac. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just gonna say hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. A colorful hippopotamus. Holy moly's, what? They have nukes behind all this? So what, you destroy this goes booms, and then all these shields, and then it just throws nukes at you? Cute. How does the AI know when to shoot the nukes, though? Oh, I guess they only shoot when they actually have a target. Okay, the hidden nukes are a great idea, but if you have a ship or multiple ships and just one ship goes behind, there's no armor on the back. And plus the command decks are right here. You just destroy these 2 engine rooms and then boom, take out the command deck. Still, it's kind of a neat design. Hippopotamus is what I'm going to call it still. Thorn Lark. Thornlark. Whoa. Cannons plus the layer stacking of this. And they got all this shields. It's actually kind of a interesting design. Yeah, it sounds like a plant. It looks like a plant, like a thorny plant, right? I mean, we colored it kind of like a plant too. A thorny plant, like a thorn bush or something. It even has that symbol too. All these new ships that they have will innovate you to possibly be making better ships, because now my ships, compared to the ones that I'm looking at here, I need to improve them as well. It's a bird? Apparently it's a bird. At least I looked it up. A thornlark. Alright, let's look at this. Does that look like a bird? I guess it could look like a bird, right? There's a head, and there's the wings. There's the tail. Yeah, it could be a bird. I see it. I see it now. I see the bird. Alright. This might be the last new ship that they've added to the game. Toadvine. Okay, this has to be some kind of frog or something. Or toad. actually not thought of doing 2 stacks like that with a chain gun. I like it. How much armor does this chain gun have when it's not out and about? Is it full protected? Does it count like shields? You saw how it was shooting it and it didn't take any damage? So if it's protected by this, is this count as a shield? Could you add this as like armor? And then just never have it shoot? Hold on. Am I understanding that correctly? If it's shielded like this, it takes a lot less damage. Can this be placed down? It acts like armor? Probably expensive armor, but armor nonetheless. I don't know, I haven't played with chain guns enough, but the community definitely has. Alright, those are the last ships that I believe are added. Now they've added a whole bunch of other things. I didn't even read through all of it. It was special requested to make another Cosmoteer content, so here I am, making sure we make some videos on it. Alright, let's clear everything off. Let's go to the community. So, I think the easiest one we go to is we go to All Fighter's ship first, because there's only 2 of them. All Fighter has made this new ship, which is like kind of like a missile boat. Now again, I'm looking at this for the very first time. The paint design and paint choice, it reminds me of the Ultramarines from Warhammer 40k. That's what it reminds me of. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to be that way. You can see it however you want to see it. I like the paint design and everything else on it. Let's pull in... Oh, so he has 2 different versions. Hold on. Pull in this one. Are they just different paint designs? This one has shields. And this one I don't see shields. So they cost differently? Oh yeah, it's been a long time since I've actually done new folder, new ships, 10.4.2023. Here it is. Save that there. Save ships design, save it here. Face them versus each other. They almost cost identical, but one has shields and one does not. Or what am I looking at the difference between these 2 ships here, All Fighter? You ever watch this? This one has shields. This one has more armor. Oh, this one has point defenses. Well, they both have point defenses. Why do they cost them? Well, okay, one has mining. There's mining lasers on that one. This one doesn't have mining lasers. Okay. So one has mining lasers and one doesn't. And there's probably some other things that are different on it as well. Interesting missile boat. As far as protection on the front, I like the protection on the front. Interesting to have missiles. Wouldn't it be better to... No, that's not good. It's the same because they're both on the both sides. It's interesting design to have the factories right next to them like that. I like that actually. I like his missile boat. I really do. I want to see how his missile boat does versus version. Actually, I want the version 3 one. I want the ones with shields. This one seems like the combat one. How does this do versus something like this? missiles don't come in a heavy enough pattern, so point defenses are contested too much. Got rid of his point defense. So the point defenses seem like to be the first part the AI shoots, so I like his design back there. But the way that he has the missiles laid out this way, this is more of a supporting missile battleship is what I see it as, compared to an actual just full-on frontal-only missile ship. Like this ship right here is great for supporting other ships, but you can see in a 1v1, the missiles are not concentrated enough for somebody that has point defenses that can stop missiles. And that's the whole reason is the cluster missiles are not concentrated enough for my point defenses that I have to contest against the missiles that you're firing. And then once the battle lasts long enough, my point defenses are handling a lot of them. Now you did do damage to the front armor because I don't have any point defenses there. But the battle's lasting long enough where if we was controlling the ship, we'd be able to focus down and take out much more. But it's even then, I'm pretty sure this ship, before you get all the way in, you can take out this section, but you still have these other 4 cannons in the back shooting at you too. Still, it's interesting there, all fighter. My suggestion here, so I know everyone submits their ships for suggestions to look at, is find a way to get these missile factories or a place in a way so that it's supported quicker and faster, so there's a faster concentration. I see in your channel that you can send in ships that you upgrade. Can I send my ship in? Absolutely, Pastor Masticus. Anybody that goes in and specifically asks me for me to look at their ship, just know that I will showcase it most likely in a live stream, and we will look at to see what we can improve. Just send in your ship and say what you would like me to change or look at, such as movement speed, damage, or defense, and we'll try to focus a little bit on that, and then we'll give you back a version and we'll explain what I changed and why I changed it, so that you can hopefully improve for yourself, because the whole fun of the game is building your own ships. I just want to try to guide you in a better direction. Now, I'm not the only person that also gives advice there, Pastor Domesticus. We have a whole bunch of other people, like Undecided is in our ship, in our Discord channel. We also have Hosip. Hosip is from somebody from Korea, speaks Korean, and he builds a lot of different ships in a lot of different ways. And I believe his shipbuilding skills are very top-notch, as well as Unexcited and a lot of people in Discord. So you can take a lot of their advice if you have it in there, and they will also probably look at your ship as well. And link is in description, just like Unexcited said. Back to All Fighter right here. I highly recommend finding a way to get your missiles to launch sooner and faster. You can see right here it's taking them a long time to reload. So finding a way so that they reload and shoot faster will give your missile boat more of an advantage. Now obviously, as a supporting ship, this is I can see this as a great supporting ship. What I mean by that is if you had this ship in here with a bunch of other tiny ships, so even if you had a bunch of tiny other ships like this in there, and you faced it like this, with the missile ship here, and then you had a bunch of other supporting flankers that can come up behind and really harass, you'll see the missile boat could be a tank and do damage, where your other ships, where damaging ships could come in from behind and really do devastating damages to it. But as the missile boat, you can see right here, it doesn't have the cluster missiles just don't launch fast enough to be against another ship that has a lot of point defenses on it, or even a decent amount of point defenses to stop the whole barrage. And my point defenses are purposely hidden behind defense so that they can last longer against your barrage, where my armor does play its role, right? But here, once you have harassers shooting from other angles, and then all of a sudden my ship is no longer even valid with these small little flankers coming behind and doing what they're supposed to do and flanking and doing damage, devastating damage to the back of the ship. Yeah, we're a friendly bunch of people, just like Unexcited said. We do our best to help if you ask for help, and just come in and look. So that's All Fighter ship. Hopefully that gives you some clue. I still love your design. I love your paint design on All Fighter. Just find a way to get these to launch faster. And there's a lot of different designs of a lot of different missile ships, which I'm sure we've posted in our Discord channel to go through that. But I think it's a great missile support ship. Sup, Pastor Damascus? Thank you for joining us on Discord. All right. Let's go over here. Let's look at Zon's cool stuff. Zon's cool stuff, he has a lot of different new little ships. So he has his baby little miner, this little tiny mining ship. For its speed and for what it can do, look at this. I like it. I like a baby miner. And then it's got its own paint design, and it can fly around and do all sorts of different things. I'm sure its cost is, what is its cost? Just look at it, 63,000. So almost like a starter ship. So a starter ship like type of baby miner, with a small crew of only 6 crew to be able to mine and do what it needs to do. I think that's a great little ship. Awesome job there, Zon's cool. All right, we'll look at this right here. Do you know how to locate the ship files? Yes, to locate the ship files, it will be. Oh no, Unexcited will go ahead and help you there. Okay, just ask him. So you see here, Zonsko painted his name on there, and Unexcited showed him a quick tip. I don't even know how to do the tip because I'm no painter. Somehow he put the X's. I think he did this layering thing with this like there, and you put X's in there, and then you can line up the letters perfectly. I think this one may actually be, but you made it so they lined up real nice. We've seen this ship before, but it's just PvP design. He just has this huge wall of. Oh, it actually almost makes it look like empty space, but it's not. It's just pure actual armor. It's a very interesting design there. Sounds cool. Now you know we have multiple iterations of this. These are just, I think they're paint designs. Yeah. So different paint designs. I believe Unexcited, you helped Zonskool actually paint this ship. And then I've also done in previous videos too, where we've discussed how to optimize cannons. I like how he has all the sulfur facing backward like this. Perfect. You have even your power capacitors here to support this, so it's cheaper and allows it to work. So yeah, just like how Unexcited said there in the chat, he did this paint job. And look at this. It looks like thorns. It looks like this spike. You think of like a ninja video or something, that if you're somebody to throw this at you, you wouldn't want this to be thrown at you. It's stuck in you. I like it. I like it. Let's move on to the next one. I think there's another iteration of. Oh, this one has nukes on it. Holy molies. Look at the aft. The engines. Oh, look at this. Attention flames. Attention flames. That's cool. Was this purposely made to go reverse like this? So if I'm looking at it from another angle, so I'm guessing if we flip the ship around, it says that. It kind of looks weird if I flip the ship around. Doesn't it? Can you read it that way? Maybe it's supposed to be another way. Unless I'm dyslexic or something and I have to read it backwards. Attention flames. It's cool. I like it. Oh, with a mirror. I have to get a mirror to watch and read it? Okay. I don't know how I'm going to do a mirror on the live stream, but cool. All right. Let's pull on another main battleship. Zonskool ship right here. Go in. Is that a PNG? Did he get the right one? Hold on, he's just that's a JPEG. So Passer Damascus, that is this a PNG? That's also a JPEG. We can't load in JPEGs. They have to be PNGs. So you actually have to go to your Steam folder with the save and grab it from there. The 2 images that you posted in there, Passer Damascus, I won't be able to load in there in Discord if you're watching. You have to actually go to the ship files and pull it from there. No, I'm not going to do that on my live stream because it has my Steam ID and I don't want to post my Steam ID in the live stream as of right now. But I will explain it after this live stream if or less Unexcited can explain it to you. And then here's the heavy lasers, here's your disruptors. Hold on, I'm interested. I'm interested. Not that one, under new one, under new ships. This one right here. Main battleship. How much does this thing cost? 417. 417 verse. Let's do armor. How's this handle? Because you have a lot of shields in the back. Okay, he has cannons on the side too. How do they get into these cannons? There's no way to access this. No way to access those cannons without a hatch or anything. Alright, now this ship specifically designed, you see all the armor and the shields. That's why it's able to take more. Because the AI fights that way. Now obviously controlling your ships yourself, it would be different. But I think that would be a challenge. And you see how the ship's costs are different. And the crew's even different too. This is the most optimized laser ship that I have for the cost. 356,000 with 50 crew. This is a ship to definitely see to test first for that. But obviously they've even sent out even more new ships. Just send mine in, but I don't know if you can open it in the game. So check Discord there, Pastor Damascus. Unexcited is there putting in where to actually grab your saved ships. You need to give me the PNG from the save ship folder. So it's under C, users, your username, which is your Steam ID. Then save games, Cosmoteer. And then you want to grab the PNG from there and put the PNG in there. And just from that PNG alone, you can do exactly like I'm doing here. You can grab a ship and drop it right into the game. And it will load. Now I think a lot of these ships that I have here in Zon School's thing is just different paint designs and updates of him because he was literally playing the game and enjoying the game. Now here's another ship that's actually definitely more designed where he has deck cannons. And there's a paint job on there as well. Let's save this in here. Let's give this a fair shake. 453,000. Guarantee this deck cannon one will rip apart mine. An enhanced paint by Unexcited. Yes, look at this paint design. I guarantee this deck cannon one with the... oh, I like how he spaced this out to have two spaces so he has even more angles to shoot at with these disruptors. That's cool. And then he spaced out these, so that was the other thing too, because we mentioned that when you blow up one cannon, it blows up all of them, so he spaced them out. So even though I took out one cannon, not all the cannons blew up. So even more efficient design, so I like this even more. Again, learning from these streams and watching it, because this is how we test it. And so in the community we have in Discord, we go through it, so you see how only one cannon blew up? And now we have to fight one more cannon, and or blow up the deck cannon, the deck right there. But you see how when you take out a cannon, not all of them blow up, which was a huge good design choice there. So even though you take out one cannon, you don't lose all the cannons. Because there's previous designs where we, in our community, where we lost all the cannons just by taking out one. So I love the improvement there. But as you can see right here, this laser ship, which also is shared in the community as well on Discord, this armored one, it's a very optimized laser. You see even here, I didn't think it was going to win, but it still won. Look at this, 356,050 crew, and it still won versus this other one. So this ship is something I would love to probably submit for, for them to look at and actually use in the game, because for its cost, it is very effective for what it can do. So thanks to Holsip with the armor design in the front and a bunch of other things, and the base design of the ship as well. This Holsip does design some very interesting ships. I assume you have Windows. Put in the path in Discord. You can access through the URL. Yeah. Unexcited is giving you the information of where to go. I believe this is another paint design. Okay, so this is probably Zon School's original paint design. And then here's the enhanced design with Unexcited, giving this these huge highlights, which I love. And then these arrows and directions, which and then also the back right here is Zon School painted name. I don't even know if he has it on his original. Yeah, it doesn't even have it. So this is the original, right? And this right here is the enhanced painted design one. So his name and everything on it. So Unexcited, love your paint designs. It really, really is cool. Great designs there. What is this other one? I just literally downloaded these ships. I haven't even looked at any of those. I think it's another paint design. Armor and other things. Alright, I see a whole bunch of ships being posted in Discord now. We will look at them now. Save that image. Save this image. Now, railguns are not my specialty. There's a whole bunch of people in Discord that's more of their specialty. Let me open another one of these. Let me go to downloads right here, and let me over here. Let's open up a new folder. We're gonna call this one Passer Domesticus. Here we go. All right, hold on. We haven't finished all those on cool stuff. We did all those. Okay, he has a model C2B. Model C2B. Oh, this is a cute little ship. But why is there this one? Yeah, I agree with Unexcited there about that one. I'm gonna showcase that as well with the railguns. Unexcited as well as Hosip are really good with railgun stuff, so they give good advice. He's saying it in the chat right now. Railguns are not my specialty, but we will look at it, and I will be able to show you some things where it's what I like. I like the point defenses on the back too. It's a cute little ship. It's a cute little ship there. It's on school. Now I think this one just has multiple different iterations of the paint. So this is a small, tiny, little bitty ship, kind of the starter ship. And the starter ship right here, this paint job was done by Unexcited. I mean, look at this thing. This is... I'm actually kind of like it. I kind of like it a lot. You take this little tiny ship here. Yeah, it's kind of almost it's almost a starter ship. Look at it. Facing versus ship. A 12-man cruise ship. You face something like this with the armor on it. Its turning ability and everything else. Needs a little bit more protection, like a shield or something. But even without the shield, it's kind of this cute little ship. It's kind of cute. And I love the paint design. Strategy to keep the enemy away with it is very fast, but also very weak. That's probably the biggest. So just like Pastor Domesticus and I said, you're saying in the chat with the ships, just first glance, I haven't really looked at it yet. Oh, you can see right here, just multiple different paint designs. I believe this is probably one of the originals. You see this base design, there's no paint on it. And then this one right here, I think might be one of the part of the final design of the paint. You see how it's literally painted very nicely by Unexcited there. Cool paint job for a starship. And then this right here, I think is just a fun, goofy, speed is need. I don't even know how fast this thing goes. He puts it in there and he's just like, oh, this is what happens if you put like so many boosts. What was it, 189? 190? 191. Feels like a great way to lag your game. Oh, they do have two boosters in the back front to go slower. 191.3. That is kind of cool. But yeah, that one's just for fun. All right, now I know Hosep has a ton of ships, so we'll get to that one a little bit later. Let's look at Pastor Damascus. Just joined us in Discord right in here. All right. So first thing that we notice, just like how Unexcited is already pasted, this is a weak point, this is a weak point, this is a weak point. You take out one of these and it goes boom. You also have no, how fast is this turn? Okay, I have a video for you, Pastor Damascus, that you should possibly watch. And then there's no role assignment, so you have all just, they're just all red hit. Okay, so here, let me show you something. There's a video that I already have that I can, here, I'm gonna search for it and get it to you and put it in the channel. There's a video that I want you to specifically watch. Let me go look for it here. That I've designed something very similar to what you have, which will give you a lot of great advice. I have to find it. Where's that railgun one? How long ago did I post that? That must have been, it feels like ages ago now. Here they are. There's two of them. This one, this video for you, and this video for you. These two videos that I just posted in the chat there for you, Pastor Damascus, will go over railgun design ship, and very similar to what we're looking at here. Those videos will give you all sorts of different explanations and also show you how to improve armor in the front, why the armor in the front, and to improve it in full, and they'll show you railgun ships against each other. Now the other thing too that's also discussed in those videos as well is instead of only having 4, at the level you'll be playing with the cost of the ship alone, you should have 6 railguns, not just 4. So you're going to need to increase armor as well as probably have more railguns actually on it. Now the other thing that's also important as well is dedications. You see how your crew is not dedicated, they're all just red crew? So anybody, even this guy right here, could run all the way across the other ship just to supply and queue up. Because you probably don't have your ship segregated out, like I can see right here. No segregations, no dedications. So anybody can grab power from here and try to run all the way to the front of the ship to power up something from over here. So you'll have a whole bunch of issues. Now those 2 videos that I linked there in the chat, we go over a ship that's very similar to this that we're looking at here. And not only go over it, we go over point defenses because it was literally to increase the point defenses in the front, as well as a bunch of other things as point defenses on the side to have missiles. Because some of your weakest points here, I don't know if I even saved this ship, but I did. Okay, so I saved this ship. This is your weak points right here. Your weak points are versus swarming. Now I know this is a 2 million ship, but here, if I were to literally take, I'm gonna say 4 of these, and fight against your, and well, that's only 4,000, 4,000, so 8,000. 8,000 versus your 2,000 one. Now this one definitely has, oh, it has a ton of speed backward. Didn't even notice that. That means I need a faster ship, which I have. So if we do this, but yes, anything in the game is not gonna go 91,000. Not yet anyways. But if you face it against little ships that do go fast, I don't think I go 91. Okay, they go 104. But they probably won't catch up with how you have your railguns. So that is actually a really nice design here. But when you have little flankers, right, they can come up. I like his speed, but you see right here, once those flankers get close enough, So just like Unexcited said, a ramming ship, excuse me, let me put a cough drop in. So a ramming ship and or little fast ships you see right here, we took out all your railguns. And I just literally had 4 little small little fast ships for way less the cost. Right? And these 4 little fast ships, for way less the cost, way less the crew, can eventually catch up and take this out. Because there's not enough defense in the front. But the speed wise, I like it, right? But when you're facing in-game, Pastor Damascus, you're not going to just normally fight one ship. You'll be fighting multiple ships sometimes. And as you get to the higher level areas, excuse me, the higher level areas really can do stuff. Now, obviously my little ships will not win all the time, but it was just showcasing you the possible issues that you could have, whether it's defenses here. But this is a pretty nice design. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually a very nice design. The other thing that you can reduce to for costs is doors. Okay, you have a lot of doors. One of the things that I would remove here is your engine room is the only one that needs a door. Okay, these other ones right here do not need doors. The engine room supplies power to all of these engines, so I guess you do need a door because you have this here, but I would literally move this to here, and then that doesn't need doors. So you could take this hatch right here and move the hatch here to be better. And then you can cover this up with armor, or however you want it. And then this door right here, this door, these doors, and just to make sure that there's a path. Yeah, these doors are not needed. I guess there's a door that's needed there, but you just need it there like that, because you have that power there. Not really if you're supplying on both sides. So this door is not needed. The corner doors are the only corner doors that you actually need, so that you go in and out. Don't need the middle doors. They will almost never take those middle doors with what you have. And then these doors right here, there's no reason to even go into this engine room. And then you reduce the cost by 3,400 just from those alone. Now the same thing applies to this as well, right? This doesn't need to be here. This can be here. You know, the RG. Hold on, I'm trying to read Unexcited. Missiles shear right through the side engine rooms. Yeah, the missiles can shear right through the engine rooms as well. I mean, he has this defense right here. So this defense right here is kind of neat. But these doors, like right here, double doors on a bunker, you can do that, but it's not necessarily useful. And literally you're cutting the cost down some more. Like this, I would get rid of all of these doors. You don't need those, at least minimum. Right? I don't think you even need the doors here, because they're supplying power all on one side. So you technically don't even need those doors. So you don't even need this. You don't even need that. This should be in the corner. You don't need any of these doors. You can leave a corner door there. You don't need these doors, and you don't need these doors. And then you don't need that door. And then you come over here and you pick this up. And I would put that there at minimum, right? And there you just cut down on 9,200 cost already. And that's just those two. Like, I would do the same thing for all of them. Yeah, he doesn't need these ones. He doesn't need this, doesn't need this, doesn't need this. You don't need this. You don't need that. A little there, and then you don't need this. That's all you need. For the front, and then for the back. And then same thing for here. I guess you need it because the engine room's there like that. So you need at least one door. This door should be here. These should be removed. That engine room is placed for this one, so you don't need... Maybe, I don't know, maybe people get in from this side. But still, you only need this. So in to get to there. I don't know why you have so many doors there. Why are there doors here? This is a dead end. You kind of only need one door. I would put it closer to the crew so they get in there. You don't need those doors. You need at least one to the engine room. I put it on the corner so that when they walk into there, they can walk right out. You have one there. This doesn't need this. This one needs. This one's not associated to any of the engine rooms. I'd bring it closer to the crew. But this one doesn't need because it's associated there. This is for them to get out and in. You don't need you'll need corner doors so they can walk in and then I'll go across, go in, corner doors there. And that would fix that. And this is one engine room that's not actually linked. I think that's the same here too. This needs at least one door. And I believe this is the same as well, so that needs at least one door. So that's associated engine room, that's associated to the engine room, that's not associated. This one as well. Oh no, that is associated to the engine room. That's associated to that one. That's associated to that engine room. This is the only one that's not associated to the engine room. And then the way this one's placed right here is not associated to an engine room. And there you go. 15,000 cut off just from doors alone back here. You can also cut off cost here as well from other doors because I see you have a ton of doors. Hey, I would take off these doors as well. If the storage here is for Imperium, shouldn't this be down here? And then you could just put this above here and then they just walk through? But that would be my suggestion here. If your Imperium's here, getting an alert, some kind of warning. I'll look at it later. But anyways, small minor changes right there. We'll save this and I can send it back to you and you can think of it more. And we'll come over here, we'll put it in here. Not that one, this one. Well, we'll just call it 1.1 for now, and we'll send it back to you. Now again, I do highly recommend watching that video that I posted in there. So we can look at your ship some more. And go through it. I see the Hyperion storage. I would move the Hyperion storage back here, move this one up here. And then you can just have walkways. Because the Hyperion has to go around just to get there. We also have double sensors. 2 sensors don't do anything. It doesn't increase the radius. So you only need 1 sensor. So you can cut the cost as well on having 2 sensors because you only need 1. So those are just some things that you can look at and change. The 2 videos that I posted will give you more clues on more things. That's something very similar to the ship and the testings and going through it. Alright, that's that one. Let's look at this other one. What is this? I bet this thing even flies super fast. Let's see. Do 4 of these guys again, because I'm sure your ship flies super fast. See how this does. Hatches, 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 hatches. Alright, first suggestion, walkways, walkways, walkways. On this ship, you need at least 2 walkways. So expand this out all by 1 and put a walkway going down and a walkway going up. Yeah, don't worry about anything. We're here to help out. And you see here? First thing, walkways. Second thing, you probably need a little bit more armor. Can you see right here? Bet you didn't expect 4 little tiny ships. It's only to be able to take on something like that. But you see, these 4 little ships will give you a base design. Like, yes, you're doing tons of damage, but if you have little ships that go fast enough, they'll catch up to you and they'll flank you, and they'll be able to take you out just like that. But yeah, you see how right here you're really slow? See the slowness right here? What you need to do, first suggestion, and it's pretty simple to do. So you take the selector key right here, and you just select all the way up, half the ship like this. Let's pause the game so this thing's not doing what it's doing. And then you copy, and then you can literally, I didn't mean to grab the actual railgun, I just wanted to grab the walkways. Let's try this one more time. Clearly I can't do it while live streaming. There we go. So take this half of the ship, copy it, paste. I gotta line it up because it's so big. There's one big ship. Go one tile out and paste one tile up. I wanted to mirror it. Anyways, this gives you all the same everything, but it gives you that space out. And then what you would want to do there is you would come over here and you would want to add walkways going up and walkways going down. Right? Probably even move this out one more. And then you can, and then you'd have faster, because right now with just a single way that you have it. So if I come back here, see how slow these guys are going back and forth? And if you are planning to keep the design like this with the slow back and forth, I would disperse out your crew better. So see this right here? This crew should be dispersed better, because see right here, there's too much walk. There's too much walkway between for them to be able to power up to do enough. You get one shot off, and then it takes too long for the second shot. And it takes even longer for the third shot. So in theory, what you should be able to do is you should really get off 4 shots before I get close enough and take out each one of my guys with 1 shot each. And if you had enough crew, so dispersed out here in enough sections, I don't know why you need all these hatches. Instead, I would put like even a 2-man crew instead of the hatch is better than a hatch there. How many RG ACCLs in the design? I don't know what an RG ACCLS is. I'm excited. And then all you need, like, how many accelerators? How can I check? Is there like some kind of special? Or do I have to just physically count them? I don't know. A lot? Max amount of accelerators. Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. Oops. 28? 28. So, but still, it's, yeah, you could probably put 2 less in there, but still, it's, you can watch a bunch of, we have a whole bunch of Discord videos that go over railguns and different things, so you can have smaller ones. But just like Unexcited is saying, there's ways to change it and ways to make it more effective. So even though it's super big and long, like watch how long it takes for anybody to reload on this. See this? They're walking, long reload. Because it just repaired it, right? Right here, you have a... Will you see where you're reloading slower? This is too long of a reload. I should already be firing. And that's where crew dedications and other things like that will come in handy. So that everything is better. Anyways. Hopefully that gives you a good idea on design. Let's move on to HOSIP ships. HOSIP has a lot of them. We will start wherever we are at the top. Alright, HOSIP has a ton. I know he's not on right now because he's sleeping because he's in Korea. But he has these paint designs done by Unexcited and himself together with these really nice designs. He's taken everything that we've suggested in this channel and merged it all into one ship. So the armor that covers over the shield, and the shield protects. So after you destroy this armor, the shield actually covers more. He's taken all of these other different designs, put the actual cannons in the back and everything else with the paint design. Really, really neat, really, really cool. That's just one of many. And then he really iterated it and went into actual cannon. Like, this is the kind of ships that I like to play with, exactly the same way that we're gonna save it. We're gonna save it and play with it a little bit. It's because HOSIP builds ships alike, so very much similar to the way that I like to actually play. 655,000. I guarantee the 655,000 ship could probably even destroy my 6 cannon one in ease. It should, because of the armor design, the shield placements, and everything. And Undecided, thank you for letting me know which of the final design is, because there's just so many copies, so many iterations. Now maybe this won't win Burstman's mind. I don't know. My ship has been played a lot and tested in combat. I'm pretty sure his ship will win. Yeah, his ship's gonna win because the armor placement and everything else. Like, this is just huge amount of shields and armor, and I love it. And so HOSIP is also going to be submitting a ship very similar to this one. No, this is not the final issue, this is one of them. And he's going to be submitting it for a design contest through Cosmoteer. And so with the help of Unexcited for paint job and feedback from a whole bunch of other people in our Discord channel, my vote is on Unexcited to hopefully be able to win with a ship design very similar to this. I'm pretty sure I have the final design in here for the contest. If there's time permits, we'll be able to get to it. While we wait, I know we want to cover as many ships as we can. This is another one of HOSIP's little ships. It's just kind of a little laser, radar, has everything on it. I think he calls it the Cactus. Cute little mining ship with a hyper beacon with everything on it. And flies as it needs to. It's kind of neat. I do like that. I believe that this is during the patches, so he was trying to do Ion. This is just a template of it. You've got the Ions and the ability to do chain guns with. I'm actually kind of interested to see how this actually performs. So basically it's got Ion beams, or the placement of the Ion beams, so that the chain guns can actually shoot out. So obviously the design gets fleshed out more. We have other designs of it. But it's literally, this is the base design versus... Actually, that's not even a good thing, because I think he had it here. Here it is. It's this one. This one's the one where, see, that's the base template, right? He builds the inner part. And then right here, you have the chain guns right here. And then the ion beams. And just look at this. Look at the placement of ion beams. Again, this is just the base template of it. And then if you come over here, I believe this is another secondary base template as well, of just how he has it. So the chain guns can still fire out. And then here is probably the... Here's a more final design. Actually, maybe not the final design, but you can see right here. There's the chain guns. There's the actual ion beams. I'm interested to actually see what this thing does because this is kind of neat. How much does this thing cost? 3 million. Alright, here's the real test here, Hosep. When you watch this, because I know you will. Can you beat an Orion with this ship? Because if you can, I'll be impressed. Alright, you still resigned Friday, is what I said. Look at this, so there's chain guns right there. You see how it's drilling. I don't think it's going to beat an Orion, but if it did, I would say mad props. Alright, that's the goal. Front-facing Orion versus whatever you build for the 300 million. That's something a front face beat an Orion. I'd be impressed with whoever can make something that can beat an Orion that way. For the same cost, similar cost, right? I believe this one's just another template. Still, the template alone, I know that's not a fair comparison. The Orion's just really cheap. So what else is 3 million? I wonder what else. Soul Invictus. Here. The Orion is a cheap ship, but if he's a very cheap ship. But here's another test, right? Versus Sorientis. Sorientis is not 3 million though. A Sorientis and Hosep has built already ships that can beat a Sorientis for cheaper. And you can see here, it still beat the Soul Invictus. Because those chain guns, see this chain gun? Look at this. Look at this super long chain gun. It gives the burst damage it needs to punch through. And Hosep, when you watch this, and I don't know if you've already submitted your ship for it, if you finished the design and painted it and submitted this would be something I guarantee you they would look at, because this design right here, I haven't seen anybody do this with the chain guns behind it with the ion beams punching through it like it does. And its effectiveness is huge. Now I know the Sorientis is the one that actually got us all thinking about it, because that's the 2 million ship. So I gave the challenge out on my channel here, saying build me a ship that can beat this ship with the railguns in the back with this. Hosep took the challenge and totally built a ship that could do that. Right here, look at these chain guns. Just punches through it. It really is a cool. It really is a cool design. With the chain guns in there, it punches through things like really well. Tag unit score, that's Orion, isn't it? What did you tag me? Oh, did it beat the Orion? That is the Orion. He did beat it. Maybe it wins sometimes. Yeah, I see it. Oh, but you remember? Chain guns have changed. So when Hosep was testing this, you remember they changed the cost of the chain guns and the damage of chain guns? So Pastor Damascus, Cosmoteer is not my main game that I'm playing. I do it when people ask. So the next live stream of Cosmoteer will happen when it happens. The current game I'm playing the most right now is Albion Online. And not Albion Online. Albion Online is what I live stream in the morning before a lot of people that are still watching. And then I'm playing Ultima Online right now, and that's my main game that I spend the most amount of time. Because I'm leveling up a Metacrap. But I normally stream Cosmoteer now upon request. People request it to be able to see it. So I don't have an estimated time of it. But just in Discord, ping me and say what you want me to look at. And we'll take a look at it. It doesn't have to necessarily be a live stream. It can just be a video I created as regular content, looking over the ship. But yeah, this Orion, we also have to take note too, because they are constantly changing chain guns. So chain guns can do more damage or less damage. When I'm sure when Hosep was testing it, based on that screenshot, maybe it's changed, maybe it hasn't changed. I don't know. But if this right here shot down right here down the middle, it would take out the shields and be able to take out the Orion. But you see how it's not fighting right down the middle? So you have to be able to be there. Yeah, send your new design in Discord there, Pastor Damascus, and we'll do what we can to look at it. All right, those were the work in progress ones. That was the base design. Now I know he has a whole bunch of iterations of this. We're just going to showcase the paint designs. This is the other one. This is the chain guns one. Here, let's showcase the chain gun one. Chain gun versus cannon, I believe. You see these little headlights? It's kind of cute. I like it. He has the headlight features in there too. But see, here's the burst damage from those chain guns with the paint design. I know I've showcased this ship maybe before. It's been reiterated and repainted. And you can see the chain gun has a good burst, but the deck cannons really do devastating damage. Even more so against the chain guns. The chain guns is just the iteration with the paint design, but you can see right here, shields, armor, really nicely designed. Yeah, Pastor Damascus, there's a lot of helpful people on Discord. Just like on Unexcited is messaging in there. There's Unexcited, there's also, there are a lot of people in our Discord channel that will help you out. Just post your ship in there, ask people to look at it for you. And they may be able to look at it far sooner than even I can. I just created the base channel and the design and the Discord channel, but a lot of very helpful people have joined our Discord and are there and very helpful and will help you out with your ship. Okay? Let's move on to the next one. What is this? I think there's another iteration with different booster design. I know it's getting shot from the back. I think he was messing with the armor, so you see how the armor is all layered and it's all white. This is a non-painted version. Messing more with chain guns. Here's another painted version of it. You can see right here, this design right here. This is cool. I don't know how long it took you to build this Unexcited, but this middle design, that's really neatly painted there. That's really cool. I like it. Now obviously the head's not painted yet, but the middle of it is painted really, really well. Here's that middle design, and here's the front painted of it. Here's this paint job. Look at this paint job and the amount of meticulous time taken to paint all of this. Yeah, the main design. Oh, so Hosep did this? This tree-like pattern? Pastor Damascus, yes. We do have very nice people in our channel that will help out. Now, if anybody acts up on our Discord channel, please inform me, let me know. I will deal with it accordingly, depending on the situation and how many times they've caused an offense, and if we need to give them warnings. So if we ask them to stop multiple times and they still do it, we'll deal with it accordingly. Just also know that we have all age groups in our Discord channel as well. So please be courteous to all age groups, regardless if they're a kid or an adult. I just want to keep that in mind and open-minded for everybody. Alright, here's another ship with more paint. You can see how it's evolved. He's got this paint over here and the paint over And it literally goes all the way to the engines. Also, when you watch this, when you wake up, all I know is the amount of time it took you to paint all this. And when we get to look at the actual ship design, we're gonna get nice. Now, which one did you say Unexcited was the main ship? Was it D? A, B, C, D? I don't know. There's two different paint jobs. We're just looking at both. All right, Flamebirds did get re-painted. I know we showcased this ship in a whole nother different video. Beautiful ship. Beautiful, beautiful ship. This is the one where we took the, the Sorientis, right? With the ions and the ship and everything. So if we were to take this and save this, this all started with the, can you find me a ship? Flamebird and beat a Sorientis. Now obviously it's improved by significant leaps and bounds. But if we bring in the Sorientis, the whole competition was build me a ship that was under, and now I know this one costs more than 2 million, but was under 2 million that could beat it. Now the base design's there, he's just added a whole bunch of armor and everything else to it, as well as the point defenses. But you can see right here, the effectiveness of railguns without having so much bigger. Now you see right here, remember I was talking about walkways here, past Damascus? These walkways, look how much faster they are. And look how they can constantly fire, right? And soon after they fire, how fast do they reload? If power is not the one that's stopping them, it's the ammo. And then once they have ammo, they're firing again. Okay, and as soon as they're firing again, see how the walkways, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Not only does he have that, we also have dedications. See this? Dedicating who is responsible for it, on which side of the ship. So people from this side of the ship are not running to this side of the ship. People from the back are not running to the front. Dedications matter when it comes to railguns, including dedications of power. These power plants do not support these railguns. You don't want somebody grabbing power from here and running to this side of the ship trying to power something over here. So when you're building railguns, if you want them as effective as possible, dedications and role management matter a lot. Which, as you can see here, Hosip has built it out, and we've discussed this a lot in a lot of live streams and a lot of videos. So if you're trying to look for ships, and you can find all of these ships that I'm having here in our Discord. They're public facing in the fact in our Discord, in the general channel, wherever you scroll through, you just have to download a ship and literally grab the ship, and you can drag it right into the game and drop it. And then you can start playing it. It's already fully there. The name and everything's in there, including all the roles. Now I know the main reason I pull in this ship is because this is another paint design. I think this is the final design, design D. This is just another paint design. It's the exact same ship, just the paint design. Beautifully painted by Unexcited and Hosip together. Collaboration to build this ship and paint it. So beautiful. Very nicely designed. Oh, okay. Well, then all you on that one. Okay, Unexcited is the one that painted this design, this ship all full by himself. The ship itself is Hosip built it. The paint design is all done by Unexcited. So again, beautifully painted. Beautiful, beautiful painted. Like if you were to submit this to the developers, I would be surprised for them to not put in a ship like this in some way, because it's very nicely optimized ship. All right, this is another chain gun example with that little tiny armor. I'm actually kind of interested to see how this thing performs, because the chain gun is what came out in this new patch. This was started this whole video in the start with. This first video was with the patch build. So we're gonna save this right here, model DE. We're gonna load in model DE, which is 406,000. I'm gonna take, not cost high, name. I want to take the armor one. I want to see how this faces versus each other. So this is his original design. I took his base armor with how it's placed, and then I changed it up to be a little bit smaller so it doesn't catch under the ships. I want to see how these chain guns actually perform. I like this little extra armor here like that. Now conventionally, the chain guns should perform pretty well. It's gonna tear out this section at least, but then you see how they're aiming. The AI's aiming at this other big shield now. And due to design, you see how I don't have anything less with my walkways. So this section of the ship is still firing. Now they're aiming at this side right here, so they're gonna take that out. But by the time they do that, unless they really devastated in full, which again they haven't taken out the walkways yet, I still have full damage on this side of the ship. So that's cool. Neat design. Alright, bring in another ship. We may have already looked at a ship like this. I think this is more with the jagged edges and everything else. I don't remember. He was finalizing it. Yeah, we've seen a ship like this before in one of the other streams. It's just more heavily, nicely designed. The split. I believe this ship right here is well, it's 682,000. It's a lower cost ship with a good ions. Yes, you did paint this one too, which unexcited right here. Hold on. I don't want to load it into there. I want to load it over here by itself. So this one right here, unexcited, painted it. So that's the base design without the paint. Here is the paint to finish painted design by unexcited. Beautiful, beautiful. The time taken to paint this, like everything on it, it looks neat. It's beautiful design. I like it and I love it. Alright. Fairly quick actually. I believe you probably painted this one as well. I believe this one is oh yeah, we were discussing, can you put 6 cannons on it as well? So inside Discord we were talking about putting cannons. How much does this thing cost? $1,800,000. How does this thing face versus Sorrentis? There's no railguns in the back, but with the extra cannons, there's more than 6 cannons. What is it? 8 cannons? There's 8 cannons on this thing. But you see how the ions literally dodge between all of these shields and everything? He's cutting through. In fact, if he were to just shoot down this right here, but I don't know if they're going to face each other as good. But even though he lost all the ions, I'm pretty sure the cannons can still self-sufficiently fire without the ions. But you can see how powerful the Sorrentis actually is. It's an in-game ship. It's a very strong ship. So if you were to face this in-game 1v1 head versus head, this ship right here, the Sorrentis, is a dangerous ship to face in-game when you're playing the actual ordinary game. Dangerous, dangerous ship. Alright, work in progress. I know we've already looked at this. So what we're going to go over here is we're going to look at the contest ship. So the reason why we call this the contest ship is there's a contest going on right now in the game Cosmoteer. Now in Cosmoteer, they're literally submitting ships. You can submit a ship in for the contest to see for unconventional weapons. Unconventional weapons including chain guns or weapons that are not used so much. So in here you can see that he was changing paint design with, I have no idea who painted what at this point. But it's just this ship right here, and you can see how the cannons are placed differently as well. So a little more back with armor. Okay, he painted this one all on his own. Thank you, and excited for letting me know. So again, I have no idea. I haven't been keeping track of everything that's going on Discord. So Hosa painted this one all by himself. We'll come over here, and we're mainly just looking at paint design. Who painted this one? Do you know who painted this one? Is it still him? all these little flashy lights. And I know this ship performs well because look at this armor. Look at this. Okay, the contest ship is all him, so he painted all of it himself. All right. Look at this ship. Beautiful, beautiful. With the cannons kind of like this, and the chain guns. And you see how it has a perfect angle, so even though it can literally shoot at all angles. Let's look at this one. I think this is the final D version. So you just see how he's incrementing up and he's changing up all the paint design. I love everything, all the paint design in full. It looks beautiful. I think Unexcited, you're the one that inspired them to actually do all these different paint jobs. So this one right here, this one right here is the one with nukes. Now he was asking us the question between, should he submit the one with the nukes on it, or should he submit the one, and I think this is more the final version, submit the one with, oh no, the two maelstroms are the actual ones. This is just cool. What is this last one over here? Okay, this is the base design with no paint. See how there's no paint on it? Just the full-on armor. Now if it's full white, you see it's kind of dark, so you can't see so much. That's the base design without anything. This is the one where he was painting up nukes. Now the last two ships are going to load in here, which is the Maelstrom. This one, I believe this is the one he's going to submit for the contest. So either the chain gun one with this design and everything, very beautiful, and even on the inside, very beautiful. You can see they're basically two ships. One is just full defense with the disruptors, and then the back end. Beautifully designed. And then right here is the other ship that he was thinking about maybe submitting, which is the ones with nukes. So replacing the chain guns with the actual nukes. Both have their merits. Both are beautifully painted. Whichever one he submits, if they allow us to vote, my vote is on Hosep ship still, because I know what the ship's capable of. I know what it can do. I know why this is designed with the shield, because we helped discuss and describe it. Once they lose this armor, this shield covers the full amount, so it has another layer. Plus you have all these other shields that are protecting, and this shield's also protecting too with the armor. So it gives you this huge amount of layer of stacking of shields and armor that people are unprepared for the whole front of the ship. And even if you destroy this whole front right here, right, you still have this whole other section of the ship in the back with these 4 cannons that are firing at you, not even including these chain guns, which are also well protected back here too. So even if you were to take out this back flank, the ship's still hitting you from all this side. You got this flank, it's still hitting you from all different sides. Super well protected. Now its biggest exposure is the back. Me personally, I would put some kind of armor back here, but from a front or side to side, this ship is very massively well built. And then with the paint design, beautiful. All right, those are all the ships that we have from our community. That's kind of all I had to showcase today. If you enjoyed this content, please feel free to smash the like button. Helps me out a ton, helps out this channel, helps me be able to push out this content to other people. If you would like, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like, especially let me know what you don't like so that I can improve and make better content. If you have not already, please feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, once a month, check out what content I have, and or come back daily because I am streaming daily. Please be aware that I'm playing multiple different games. Cosmoteer is not my main game as of right now. I am here just showcasing the community ships, and or if people ask me to help them improve or make better ships, I'm here to do that as well. Again, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting me, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day.